Hey, what is going on, everyone? Tom here, the consultant. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a great trading day, a great trading week. It has been quite the ride over the past couple weeks. Nah, maybe 2 weeks. But the market has been, at least the crypto market has been doing phenomenal compared to the last couple months, actually practically pretty much in half the year of 2022. So alright, so we are just going to go ahead and jump into it. First of all, this is Bitcoin, BTC, perpetual futures here that we are looking at, and as you can see, we have a nice rip going pretty much forward from the beginning of the year. I mean, this is looking really good. It's a nice little flag play here. Extended past our resistance at, we'll just call it roughly 21,450-ish, somewhere around there. I think I'd be pretty safe to say that. Currently, we are holding at just over 23,000. Now, we hit the 23,000 mark for the first time this year on early Saturday morning. So this is so I'm looking at Eastern Standard Time, so this is UTC -5. So 23,000 at early Saturday morning, about 3 a.m. And yeah, I mean, we've been kind of bouncing around, 23.4 all the way down to about 22,290-ish. So I mean, we're looking really good. My only concern is we're not. I feel like we're not actually pulling back enough, and I know that sounds kind of weird. The market does kind of some weird things in terms of confirmation. Sometimes we don't get the full confirmation that we want or that we would expect. According to what we would read in a book, a perfect confirmation. We don't always get that. So, I mean, just like this one, we had, Bitcoin had rallied all the way up to our resistance zone at, 21,450, whatever. And then it pulled back to, the 20,250 mark. And then, it just kind of bounced around in this area, in this little consolidated flag zone here. Right after the pull, we got the flag, and it looks like we're doing the same thing here. So there was practically no resistance whatsoever moving above the 21.4 line, and now we are setting about $2,000 higher in this area. So again, I like to err on the side of caution. Everybody trades slightly different, so again, I'm going to be waiting for confirmation just based on what this is looking like right now. Not necessarily looking at this to be the primary support, even though I think it is going to be primary support at this point. I mean, we've got quite a bit. So we got one here we got a small. I don't know. Wouldn't exactly call that small. I mean, we got quite a bit of noise back here. So, and then yeah, I mean this 22.3. This first pullback, this first real low after the rally from Saturday or Friday and Saturday, 22.3 is going to look like, I'm just gonna mark that. What do I want to do? Get rid of that. Let's do a box. I'm gonna do a box. I haven't done a box in a while, so alright, we're gonna do a box. Let's do box. Don't ask me how many times I'm going to say box, but there we go. Alright, it's going to be kind of our flag. I like doing it this way, so it makes sense to me, so I can see everything. But essentially, what I'm going to be looking for is one of two things. Alright, so if I'm a trader, I'm going to be looking for probably somewhere in this zone, the 22.280 to about the 22.5. I think that'd probably be a good zone for first buy, if you expect this to continue. Otherwise, this could be a good first buy. Down here towards the 21.4 could be another DCA buy, and then so on and so forth. I think at this point, time in the game, I think pulling back to 21.4 and potentially 20,200 is definitely not out of the books. This is a big rally, and we really have not seen very much of a pullback. So I like to err on a little bit of error on the side of caution. Maybe dip your toes in, about maybe 2%, 2% of your portfolio, as a buy, and then kind of gradually, work your way down if that's the case, and then taking profits on the little jumps up. So that's kind of what I would do. It's not really financial advice. Everybody's trading strategy is slightly different, but that's how I would approach it. Overall, I think we are definitely I think pretty much everything is pretty much bullish right now. So just kind of heed some caution, buying in this area. So all right, let's move on to Ethereum, ETH. ETH is somewhat kind of in the same boat, but however, we didn't surpass the 1680 zone for the resistance, so that I'm a little skeptical on that. In regards to Ethereum, here, this is the kind of the confirmation that I'm talking about. I think it was quite clear, getting in, getting out after the breakout, taking some profit, waiting for confirmation, and actually probably could have just gotten off with DCAing in this area. Of course, I'm looking at it now, since it's already passed, and of course I'm saying that, but ideally you would really want to, kind of mark off a little zone that you're comfortable with, DCAing into, and taking profits, near the top here of this next resistance zone from the previous higher high. So as you can see here, I've got a couple different scenarios, kind of planned out here. Wait for a retest and confirmation. Okay, so I think here we did kind of have a confirmation that this was a rejection. I'm not one to really do a whole lot of shorting in the crypto markets, because crypto markets can be crazy and they can literally do whatever they want, whatever the people want. So, at this point, I would say there's of course there's two outcomes, right? Well, of course there's actually three. One, this could just go sideways, and up and down could just be irrelevant. But I think what we're probably going to see is more of a pullback, and I'll get to why once we get to these other ones. Everything's kind of in kind of a sharp uptrend at the moment, and I think we're going to start to see some more consolidation with ETH, as opposed to Bitcoin for some reason. I don't know. Bitcoin is kind of, it almost seems like a lot of these mainstream coins are kind of doing their own thing at the moment, which is kind of weird. But they're just moving at different paces, I guess is really what it is, and it's causing some it's bringing up some interesting formations in the patterns. So resistance, support down here at 15, we'll just call it 1500. That's kind of what I would be looking at before we make another attempt up. Another attempt up would of course give us a double top, so that would also be kind of something to think about playing. If you want to do like the breakout, I would probably suggest that. I probably wouldn't buy below the 1680. I would wait for the break above, play the breakout, take your profits, wait for confirmation, as this would be support. So that's kind of what I would do. If you're looking, if you think Ethereum is going to be staying near the 1680 area, I would probably wait for that. Otherwise, you might want to look at potentially DCAing down towards 1500. I think it looks really good. Yeah, I mean, we've definitely got a lot of room. I think after 1680, we're probably going to be looking at, you know, the 1790 to 1800 area for, you know, our next potential resistance. But I think, you know, we start breaking 1800, you know, people are going to get crazy, start buying and FOMOing, and it's probably going to push us over the 2000 mark. So, but yeah, that's kind of my ETH play. ETH is kind of an interesting spot. So let's look at BNB. BNB, so this is recent, within the last, you know, candle here. Had a nice 5.5% price jump, $16. 305, or actually, no, what is that? That's what's the low on that? 303 to 323. So yeah, it's about $20 all in all. So from low to high, that's an interesting jump. So, but if you look at this and let's see, where's our previous? Nope, that's not what I want. All right. So as of right now, the 1317, we'll just call it that, 1317 area is now considered support. You know, of course, we need confirmation. So again, I'm gonna actually gonna take this off. Let's get rid of that. Make some. Actually, yeah. Oh wow, yeah. I forgot all about this. Look at this. So the inverse head and shoulders pattern is forming. So if you don't know what the head and shoulders pattern is, left shoulder, this would be the head, and the neckline would be right about here, and then the right shoulder. So typically what you'd want is, so if this was, you know, completely across, you know, you would want to play the breakout to the upside. I think that's what a lot of people were seeing here. So even if you know, played from this lower high, or this previous high, I should say, you know, 1315, you know, you would typically wait for that breakout to the upside to go long. So inverse head and shoulders here is what we had. Left shoulder, neckline, and right shoulder. So I'm actually thoroughly pleased. I think I found that forming on Saturday, I believe. I have to go back and look at my YouTube shorts. I think I did that. I think I also put out a video on Saturday covering that. I may or may not. So, what am I thinking of now? So, back to what I was talking about before. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I think that is confirmed right there. Inverse head and shoulders. So, like I said, we've broken the 1317 level, or sorry, the 317 level. So what I would expect is to pull back to this and, you know, wait for confirmation before we buy, going back up. What is this line? Where's this from? What in the world is that? Oh, that might have been from these. Oh, I don't know. I put so many lines on here sometimes. I lose track, especially after they've been on here for a while. So, all right. I'm going to assume that's probably what this is from, even though it doesn't make sense. I'm going to remove it for now, since I don't really know what it is. Okay. All right, here we go. 1719, man. 317. I would wait for a pullback here, confirmation, and then probably even probably DCA in here, and then, you know, wait for, if you're going to play the breakout, you know, 323, the recent high would probably be your breakout play. Other than that, you know, coming down from here, I mean, you're looking at neckline support for, you know, 292. So, which, you know, it seems like a pretty strong support looking at the past. But right now, the attention is going to be on 317. Let's move into Litecoin. Let's see. So yeah, Litecoin's kind of in the same position with Ethereum. If you look at Ethereum again, it's kind of in this. It's kind of stuck, hesitating at that resistance zone. We have the same thing here with with Litecoin. As you can see, that I don't know why I made that so big. So we got three. Well, we have our high, and then we've got 2 attempts at trying to break the you know, that 9150 area, that 9150 zone, and it looks like it failed. Tried again and it failed, and I mean, kind of what I'm a little concerned with is the fact that, you know, it didn't even really try. It's like it went up and then immediately came back down. So again, you know, I'm a long-term holder of Litecoin. Litecoin is something that I've been accumulating, so I'm still very, very bullish on Litecoin. You know, going into, you know, the late, even towards the end of 2023. So what I would expect is we either revisit the 83 area, or you know, we see what's happening right now is potentially trying to retest this area again. Litecoin just really needs to move past, close above, and then get a couple of more closes above the 9150 area in order to, you know, give, I think, you know, investor confidence that it's going to hold before we move further. And if you've looked at Litecoin at all, you know, the next stop from where we are right now is, you know, essentially pretty close to 107. You know, we're above these other areas here. You know, I think once we start breaking out above this, I think we're gonna have a good clear shot to 107. So that's kind of my take on Litecoin. Let's move on over to our last one here, which is FTM. So FTM, Phantom is kind of, in my opinion, in the same spot as Bitcoin. It's just kind of been, you have your flag, you have your flag pattern, it's consolidated, and it's broken above with pretty much ease, right? And that's kind of where Phantom is at the moment. You know, we see, you know, our long flag pattern consolidation, found support, broke through, met resistance, broke through that, and then, you know, it's kind of, we're hitting what is that, about, it's pretty much 42 cents. And where is it coming from? I think I did this earlier. Yeah. So 42 cents is a resistance from the past. What is it? August. So middle of August of 2022. And, you know, we looks like we tested this twice before it ultimately failed, going back down. I think I specifically remember that because I bought quite a bit, and then it started trickling down, and then I started DCAing, and it took me quite a while to get to a point where I could be profitable with that. So, but yeah, looks like that resistance. I don't think that resistance is going to be too hard. We've only got 2. And then, I mean, we've got some noise back here. It's kind of just passed through, but nothing. To me, it kind of looks a little weak. But looking at FTM right now, it looks pretty good. I think we're going to be in this area for a little bit, consolidate before, you know, tested a time or two. It could just, you know, bust above. What's the next stop? I think the next stop is like 50. Yeah. Our next stop's going to be about 52 cents. So, you know, if you're a long-term holder, this might be a good area for you to get into. I mean, guys, overall, I think everyone is kind of in the position where, if you buy now, you can't really go wrong. And you gotta kind of be careful with that. Yes, we've got a long way to recovery from what happened over the last year and a half, I think, at this point. From our previous rally of the $60,000 Bitcoin, that wasn't too far away, but we've been through enough bearish markets during that time. It's a little, I know people are getting anxious, people buying all the way down here, holding, and these are life-changing events, and you got to take it one day at a time. Be patient, okay? I have to write this on my chart on literally everything. I have to tell myself to be patient, okay? Don't get too excited. Just don't do anything stupid, right? So, but yeah, these are the markets. I'm still looking at Curve. Curve is doing good, but I'm not really doing anything with Curve at the moment. I did add Dogecoin to my list. I don't know if I'm really getting into any of that at the moment, but as of right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Litecoin, FTM, those are my 5 focus points. I don't really like to go outside of 5. Otherwise, it's too much to handle. So it's too much to keep track of. So other than that, guys, that is all I got for you guys today. If you are interested in any of the tools that I actually use, yes, I do use the tools listed down in the description. I do use them. It's Jigsaw for futures. That would be order flow. That's a really good package down there. It's a little expensive, like I said in my other videos, but it's definitely worth it. You get the trading platform, and you get order flow foundation course, or independent trader, or the prop firm courses. But those are, of course, even more expensive. So I got Quantower down there as well. I use for I use that mostly for crypto now, not so much Forex, but mostly crypto. And then of course there's the top trader discounts down there. There's a free trial, 20% discount, and then I've got some Amazon links on that I added. Those books down there that I added, those are ones that I've actually read. I find that they're useful, they're inspirational. I'll add a few more down there. But other than that, I'm not gonna add anything down there just because. These are things that I actually use, things that I actually invest in, and items that I actually would recommend. So, with that being said, this video is long enough. I think I go into this trying to make this video short, and it doesn't work. So we're at 23 minutes. Thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay decentralized. Later.